Hello everybody, MightyNifty here, and today we are going to be making Tricolor Trifle. This delectable dessert made of cake, pudding, Cool Whip, and fruit for garnish is inspired by my recent review of Blob for the Wii. So without further ado, let's get started. So to start things off, you just want to take your cake pans and put your butter inside, rolling it around, making sure the entire bottom and sides are coated. Then just take a spoonful of flour in each and roll it around until everything is coated in flour, just to make sure that your cakes pop out nice and easily. Now on to making the cake batter. So first up, in your standing mixer you want to put in your soft room temperature butter and then add in your sugar, just 1 scoop at a time, and then you want to take either your paddle or your whisk attachment and beat this for about 4 to 5 minutes or until it's pale and fluffy. Once that's taken care of, you want to slowly drizzle in your vegetable oil. And once that's been fully incorporated, you want to take your eggs and egg yolks and add them to your batter while it's spinning, one at a time, just adding 1 egg and then waiting until it's fully incorporated to add the others. And once all of your eggs have been fully incorporated, you just want to add in your vanilla, a little bit of milk, and a dollop of sour cream. Sour cream may seem strange, but it actually adds a really nice tang while also making it very creamy and delicious. Once your wet ingredients are all set and ready to go, they should look really ugly. They're going to look like scrambled eggs that have been left out on the counter for a few days and are really undercooked. But that's why it's time to add our dry ingredients. So you want to take a sieve and you just want to put in your flour, your baking powder, your salt, your baking soda, and just sieve all of that in like you see me doing here, and then plop that back into your standing mixer and mix slowly, so that you don't have flour flying all over your kitchen. And then once that's fully incorporated, you will have one delicious cake batter, which is all ready for us to make colorful and fantastic. So what I've done here is I've separated my batter as evenly as possible into 3 separate bowls. I also have 3 separate spoons and 3 separate colors, yellow, red, and blue, of food coloring. And I'm just going to take my spoon, get a good amount of it, and mix it in as thoroughly as possible to make sure that there are no white spots left in the batter. Just be absolutely sure not to mix anything using 2 separate colors, otherwise you're going to get something that's purple, green, or orange. Once your batter is all set, you just want to scoop this into your cake tins and just make everything as uniform as possible without mixing colors. So I just used a spoon and got them into 3 separate piles and just spread them out as evenly as possible. Then I did the completely unnecessary step of taking a toothpick and making a neat little design inside that no one will ever see because we are making a trifle out of this and tearing the cake apart. Also, no one would ever see this if we frosted it either. Not sure why I did that, but if you ever wanted to serve the cake without frosting or in a trifle or anything delicious on it, you're a weirdo. But you could do this if you wanted. But once that's all set, you just want to plop these into a preheated 350-degree oven for 30 minutes or until a toothpick comes in and comes out of the cake perfectly clean. And once they come out of the oven, they are going to look like this. Beautiful designs, really cool, and while the colors do look muted on the outside, once you take a look at the inside, they are fantastic. But for now, we're just going to let these cool while we prepare our Cool Whip and our pudding. So yes, I did cheat a little bit here and use store-bought Cool Whip and instant pudding, but to be fair, this is just a trifle. It's not meant to be an extravagant dessert, it's just meant to be a fun little party dessert. So just like before, I took the Cool Whip and the pudding and just mixed in the food coloring after separating it into 3 even pieces. And once that's all set, it's time to layer our trifle. So, I originally was going to make this into 7 colors of the rainbow, and then I realized that my nice trifle dish is a little too short for that and you couldn't see the layers, so that's why I stuck with 3, but if you have a bigger dish, feel free to go for that full rainbow fabulousness. But for now, what I like to do is I tore out the inside of the cake because that's the most colorful part, and I layered it into the bottom of the trifle tin in 3 separate pieces, so that the triangle of color would be for the cake layer, and then each individual layer of Cool Whip and pudding would have their own individual color going upwards. So it's kind of like a double tri-rainbow color. You see what I mean, right? Words, am I right? So once your layers are all set, you will have one beautiful tricolor trifle ready to serve, although you could do what I did and take 3 different colors of fruit. I used bananas, blueberries, and strawberries as garnish on top, just to add a nice, colorful, and delicious texture and flavor to the trifle. And once your garnish is all set, you are ready to serve. So I hope you all like this recipe. I hope you all give it a try. Ingredient list is in the description box down below. If you want to see any more nifty recipes or mighty reviews, be sure to subscribe for more. And as always guys, have a mighty nifty day today.